Hello again and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Thursday. Oh, we are almost there. Almost at the weekend. I hope you guys are having an awesome week so far. I hope you guys are rocking out whatever plans, hopes, dreams, goals, ambitions that you have, and you're ready for the weekend. Quick update, this month only, lime oil is the free product of the month up until the end of the month. That is spend 125 PV, I think it is, and get a free lime oil. So if you're interested in that, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message. doTERRA has new enrollment kits that they just brought out. So if you're looking to get started with oils or to add to your collection, definitely this is now a great time to to get going on that. And I am in the finishing touches of a weight loss course for beginners that I'm putting together. If you or somebody you know of is interested in that, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message. We'll get you rocking and rolling. There's tons of cool stuff that comes with early bird access. So let's get right into today. What I wanted to talk about is setting goals, achieving goals, right? Ways to make your goals sort of work for you, right? And that's really what it is. We want to, basically everything we do in life, we want to almost guarantee our results are good. So that's where, I wanted to come in. I got some tips on what helps me when I'm doing the goal setting process and sort of helping to achieve those. And I wanted to give you the tips that I use. Hopefully they help. Hopefully you get some value out of them. So tip number one on no matter what you want to think of with regards to goal setting or planning or dreaming, you have to decide what you want and write it down. That's basically the most basic of things that I can tell you. That's the base of it right there. Deciding what you want, because you can't have a goal if you don't know what you want, right? You can't plan for a goal if you don't know what you want. You can't figure out the steps on how to get there if you don't know what you want, right? So that's why we need to figure out what it is we actually want. More than anything in the world, write it down, because there's actually a lot of power that comes along with writing stuff down, getting it onto paper. It's actually one of those like double whammy type things to where you're looking at it and you're physically putting it down on paper. So what you're doing is you're actually planting it deeper into your subconscious mind, and so that way your subconscious mind can go to work at figuring out how to do the plan that you've come up with in order to achieve your goal. There's huge power in your subconscious mind that so much that is untapped and nobody really knows about. And it's the way that I heard it referred to me as was think of a farmer with some fertile land, right? And that's really the way that the mind is. It can be what's the word I'm looking for? The mind can be like likened to, I guess we'll use that one, to farmer's soil, right? So the soil, it gives the farmer good soil, right? Fertile land. It doesn't care what the farmer plants in it. It will return just as much abundance as whatever it was planted, right? So you put corn down and you put nightshade, a deadly poison, right? The land doesn't care. Corn, good. Nightshade, deadly poison, bad, I would think. But the land doesn't care, right? It will give you back an abundance of what you plant. So you plant corn, it gets an abundance of corn. You plant nightshade, the deadly poison, it will give you an abundance of nightshade, right? So that's the way that we have to liken the mind, is that, whatever you put in it, a goal, a nice desired dream that you want to achieve, or nothing, right? You don't plan, you don't think about anything, you just really go about your day, and that's, your mind will give you more of what you plant into it, right? So if you're planting a goal that's worthwhile, then your mind will go to work at working towards this worthwhile goal. If you plant nothing, your mind will go to work doing nothing. Another way that I got it described to me was, actually, I can't really remember that, so we'll just move on. Tip number 2, push your comfort zone. This one is huge because, you got to make your goals and your dreams worthwhile, right? You need to have something to wake up to in the morning, something to get excited about in the morning. It's really hard all day, every day to keep excitement up, to keep motivation, right? To keep at a very high level, right? When you're starting something out, you've got so much passion, energy, excitement for it. But then as it it goes on and you're not really achieving your goals and stuff's not working the way that you wanted it to, you can tend to lose some of that excitement, some of that drive, right? That ambition. That's where we need to make your goals something that pushes you a little bit, something worthwhile to get to. This is where you decide what you want and make it push you a little bit, right? Make you step into another person, right? The person that you need to become in order to achieve those goals, right? Where if you've been an adult for any measurable amount of time, your everyday life is basically what you've wanted, whether you would like to admit that or not, right? So everything that is in your life, you have asked for. So that's why we need to become a different person, because what we are the person that we are right now is not fit to achieve those goals that we want to achieve in the future. So that's why we need to step into another person and become that better version of ourselves in order to achieve our goals. And we want to push ourselves outside of our comfort zone, because if a goal is too easy to reach, then we will reach it too fast and we won't have anything else to do, really. We will just, okay, cool, we achieved that goal. Now I don't really care for anything else. So that's why we want to keep giving ourselves something to show up for. Tip number 3 is actually more based towards how to set goals. And this one is actually really great. The way that it was described to me was an acronym called SMART goals. And SMART refers to specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. That's why we use the acronym SMART. So let's break that down. Specific. You want to get, so you can't make your goals, I want to lose weight. Because at the same time, or actually another one that I really laughed at was people say that they want more money, right? I want more money. But then you give them $1 and they say, well, that's not enough. I don't need that. I need more. But you asked for more money and you got more money, right? It's just not what you wanted because you didn't decide a specific amount of money that you wanted, right? I want $10,000 next month. I am going to have, $20,000 saved by the end of this year. And that's why we need to have a specific number in mind. I want $5,000. I want to lose 10 pounds, right? I want to, make 3 friends online, right? Something like that. So make it specific, and then that way you have an actual number to reach for. Next one is measurable. So measurable is you need to make sure that there's a way that you can measure it. This one is, so I want to lose 10 pounds, right? I want to get $5,000. Now we need to be able to measure that, and we can measure a specific number. We can measure whether or not we're on the right track to lose 10 pounds. We can measure whether or not we're on the right track to gain $5,000. Right? We can, now that we have our specific number, what we're looking to attain, that way we can make the steps and we can know what needs to happen next in line in order to keep us going towards our goal. The next one is attainable, right? So this is where we need to make it so that we can attain it. We have to make a goal that we can attain, right? So if we can lose 10 pounds, that's attainable. If we can lose 100 pounds, that's attainable. But if you're only like 120 pounds and you want to lose 40 pounds, I don't think that that's actually I mean, I guess it could be possible, but I don't know that that's healthy, and I don't know that you'd want to. So I don't know that that would be a really attainable goal for you to do, right? I want to make $20,000 next month. Probably not attainable because that's not really a set goal, right? You don't really know. If you're not planning on doing anything different than you're already doing, then you won't really be able to accomplish any more than you've already accomplished, right? You see where I'm going with this need to step into a new person ordeal, I guess, if you will. The next one is relevant. So the R, so SMART goals, specific, measurable, attainable. We're on R, which is relevant. Relevant goals to your life, right? So if you weigh 120 pounds, you probably don't need to lose weight. You're probably looking more to gain muscle, right? Or to tone your body. Maybe focus on maintaining your weight, right? I want to maintain 120 pound weight for over the summer or over the winter, right? So that I don't have as much work to do on my summer body. Relevant to your life, right? Your circumstances, your schedule. This is where we need to do it all. We need to understand really what our schedule is, right? Relevant to what we can accomplish. If we want to lose, 30 pounds in 2 months and we only have time to hit the gym for 10 minutes a week, right? Unless you're really focusing on your nutrition, you're probably not going to attain those specific results. And the T is time-based. So this is where we want to put a time on our thing, right? Now, 30 pounds in 2 months is a perfect time-based goal. Now, can it be achieved? Probably what? You're roughly 2 to 5 pounds a week times 8 is 40. So yeah, you could probably lose 30 pounds in 2 months. Will it be hard? Yes. Will it be a challenge? Yes. Can you do it? Probably. Will you need a plan, specifically a plan in order to do it? Yes, you bet your butt you will. So that's why we want to set goals that are a little bit outside of our comfort zone. But when you're talking about, 30, 40 pounds in 2 months, that's really stretching it right there. And I love your ambition. I really do. But that's where you can roughly, you can expect to lose about 2 to 5 pounds per week, right? So if we're talking 8 weeks, we could lose 40 pounds, but we could also lose about 16 or 20 pounds, right? So now another thing to think about in that aspect is you want to, but right off the bat, you're probably going to lose a little bit more weight than, 3, 4, 5 weeks down the road. Just because you're starting off, you're going to lose a bunch right off the bat, and then you're going to sort of plateau, right? So this is where we bring our SMART goals all together. I want to lose 10 pounds by next month. There you go. And we could even do, we could even do it a little bit more time-based than that. By, April 15th? By May 15th, I want to lose 10 pounds, right? By July 1st, I will have an extra $10,000 in my bank, right? By next January 27th, 2022, I will be outside of my apartment and living in a new home, right? So this is how we bring our SMART goals all together, and we specifically give a number or a specific destination that we're looking to reach. We're making it so that we can measure our results by giving a specific destination. We're making it so that we can attain it, right? We're not making a goal of losing 50 pounds in 2 weeks because that's probably not attainable. And then we are making it relevant to our lives, what we need to do. I am probably not going to want to set a goal of being president of the United States by next year because that may be a little bit over ambitious in my aspect, right? Time-based. We make sure we put a date on it. You could even go even further than that and do, a time if you want, depending on how, major OCD you are. It happens. But That's how we bring it all together. And that's how we make a specific SMART goal that we can measure our results and know if we're on the path to the right path, or if we're on the path that needs a little bit more direction over onto the other way. My next tip is to plan for success. I love this one because this is something that I really had to learn, right? You have to know what happens when you succeed, because thoughts become things, right? And we become what we think about. So if we're thinking about a worthwhile goal, we are going to become that worthwhile goal is going to happen because we become what we think about. And if we're thinking about that goal all the time, it has to happen. It's a law. So that's where we need to understand what happens when stuff goes right? So when we are 10 pounds lighter next month, right? What's going to happen? Now we need to understand that our clothes aren't going to fit anymore, or not as, they're going to be looser than they were before, right? Now we're going to have to understand that, people are going to look at us different. People are going to talk to us different. They're going to act different around us, right? What happens when we make that $10,000, right? Now people are going to come up and be like, hey, what are you doing? What's going on? How did you make $10,000 in, 2-3 months? That's crazy. Let me know what you're doing. When you have that brand new house, right? You have to know what happens with that new house, right? Where's it going to be? Why do you want this house? All that sort of stuff. Plan for success is just as vital as the planning itself. So this one was huge for me. Make sure you know what happens when you succeed, because there is a real thing that is fear of success, right? So we need to understand that when that, it could be very fearful for us to succeed, right? To become a different person, because we're not going to be able to hang out with the people that we're hanging out with. We're not going to be able to talk the same language that we're talking now. We're not going to be able to associate with the stuff that we do now. We're going to have a different life, basically. So we need to plan for that, and we need to understand what happens when we succeed. My last tip, more than anything, is essential oils. I love essential oils and their ability to sort of help and affect the mood, right? Uplift your mood. And also, I love essential oils because when we think about smells, certain smells bring back certain, childhood memories, or, your mom's awesome baking, right? Or, grandma's pasta, right? Certain smells bring back exciting memories for you. That's why I love using essential oils. You could even use essential oils as like a grounding thing where, when you have a successful moment and you smell an essential oil, later on, when you go and smell that oil again, that's going to bring back that feeling of success, triumph that you had last time. A blend of oils that I have here is called Balance. I love using this one. It's the grounding blend from doTERRA. And this one is great for when you start deciding what you want. Emotions start running really high, right? And you start coming up with all sorts of ideas and plans and dreams and ambitions, and you need to sort of, just come down to earth a little bit. I love using that one in the diffuser. I put a couple drops on the back of my neck. Love doing that. Another blend that I have here is Passion. Passion is exactly like the name says. When you can't really come up with goals that you think drive yourself hard enough to achieve them or to want to achieve them. That's why I put some passion back in your life and really, open up yourself to the possibilities of an awesome new life. That's all I got for you for today. I really hope you enjoyed this. I know I had some fun making it. Feel free to share this with your friends, a family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils or how to get your hands on some of this cool stuff that I'm talking about, or if you would like a free sample of oils, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message saying me, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week, and I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.